Probably not gonna need that bow. Oh, I'm gonna need arrows if I'm gonna use the bow. Jeez. There we go. If you wonder why the menu pops up every now and then, it's because I use E to get out of like menus. I don't know. I don't know why or how I got that habit, but it's kind of probably annoying. Oh, right. So about jobs. Jobs are kind of this thing that no one really wants to do, but you kind of need to get paid to do other stuff that you want to do. Like, even if you go in your career, like, props to you if you can go into a career that you enjoy. But I feel like the sad truth is I don't think any of the careers that you enjoy, you necessarily pay well. Now, I would say there's a difference between like tolerating things. I think if you can find a job that pays well or exceptionally well, you know, if you're lucky, and one that you can tolerate, one that doesn't really get boring. I don't know. Like, I'm fine where I'm at right now. Like, I do a lot, but you know, not that I enjoy it. It's tolerable for the most part. I don't know. Oh, it's probably not going to work there, is it? Ow. Ow. Jeez. You know what? I don't mind working where I'm at, honestly. It's pretty decent. Doesn't exactly pay super well, but you know, it's like I'm going to school right now. I'll be finished hopefully by December. So it's, I don't know. It's I would say if you have a shitty job, the people you work with are what make or break your job. If you make friends, now I would say from experience, you never really want to work with friends. Like if you became friends with someone, and then you're like, hey, you should work here. I'd advise against it. Personally, I feel like it's very difficult, especially if you've been there before them. Trying to get them, like, if they don't do something right or you feel like they should be doing more, it's like this really awkward thing where you kind of have to say, hey, you kind of did a crap job. You know, it's like, you should be like, you should be doing this or that. I wouldn't advise ever really working with your friends. That's from my personal experience. You can become friends with the people you work with, and they can be your coworkers, but I tend to make my coworkers not exactly friends. Granted, there's very few exceptions where that's like, you know, perfectly fine, but they have to have a good work ethic. Like if you know that they're really hard workers and you're a hard worker too, then you're gonna get along just swell. But if you're not too sure, I don't think I would ever really try to work with someone. Just in case I was trying to explain any of this. So half blocks, mobs don't spawn on. Put F7. You see that they don't spawn on stuff. Yeah, it'll spawn there, but it won't spawn on these half blocks. So basically, I can just walk down here and hold right click. It's like a thing. Wait, hang on, I'm just curious. Are these like the... That's taking forever. Do I have more? Oh, I don't have any more doors. Should have some. Yeah, here we go. All right. Oh. Wasn't there a patch in 1.7 that made both doors open at once? Oh, maybe because it's Ganny's surface. I don't even know what kind of woods they added, honestly, in the new biomes. I know there's like acacia and stuff like that. Whatever. I keep probably completely butchered saying that. Whatever. I like my spruce, I like my jungle, I like my oak, you know, birch. Definitely like those trees. What am I doing? Let's see, there's this one, and then, so I'm just gonna put a torch there. I freaking talk everywhere, don't I? Man, it's good to be playing Minecraft again. Minecraft's always one of these games for me that I could always come back to. It's like very relaxing for me. I don't know. I never really I haven't. Oh, why is there clay here? What in the? There's water above this, isn't there? No? Oh, okay. That's really random. Not really complaining, because I really need the clay. But I've never seen clay spawn like that. Is this like salt here? What? I don't know what happened there. Honestly, what in the world? There has to be a lake here. I'm really scared digging into this. Because I know there's just gonna be water that washes. The worst thing with water is it washes away all your torches, and then like it pushes you away, so you can't even block up the water. Speaking of which, like, I don't know why. So if I don't have a sky base, I end up having this underground base. It honestly generally tends to be underwater too. It's actually pretty cleverly made. I don't honestly play much single player, honestly. I mostly play multiplayer. But as I've said, like, multiplayer just... Because, like, mod packs just keep getting bigger and they require more and more CPU usage. They've just banned so much stuff, like, and... the best servers to play on, I would think, are, like, the ones that your friends like hosting. Like, it could have, like, maybe max of, like, 15 people. Like, it's very small, but, like, you know, active friends. And the reason I really like multiplayer servers is, like, when I get to the end game stuff, I love helping the first people that are just joining the server. Like, I don't give them my base at all. Like, I don't say, hey, you can join me at my base, but, you know, I give them, like, like, an iron pickaxe and stuff, and some, like, cobblestone so they can start building stuff right away. I'm not really, I don't know, I like playing on multiplayer servers, because if, for whatever reason, they should need to visit my base, like, I'm not very trusting on multiplayer servers, just because, why is there clay? Oh, no, that's marble, okay. Granted, like, the first time, I made, like, a really good friend. So, like, the first... I played this Volt server, okay? Remember when Volts was, like, really big? I think he was Norwegian. I sometimes talk to him on Skype every now and then. Shout out to you, Jason. But, you know, we're like, please don't kill me. And he's like, don't kill me. We're like, hey, do you want to work together? And we're like, your stoner has 1+ mining level. Nice. Means like an iron. Oh, sweet. Okay. It was like really funny because we're like, please don't kill me. We're like, I won't kill you. I'm not a dick. And we're like, okay. You know what? Hey, do you want to make a base together? We're like, yeah, sure. So we made this base, and my idea was to make an underwater base. And the top was I like ended up mining obsidian for like forever. Of course, it was offline. Took 2 hours. Someone wrecked our base. But it was really cool. I just mined all this obsidian and I put it on like the roof. And on the mini map, I put buckets of water on top of not actual buckets, but I put water on top of this obsidian like entranceway to where on the mini map all you would just see is water. You wouldn't see anything else. And then I would put, and every other block was obsidian. So like, obsidian's still pretty hard to explode. I mean, unless you have like a nuke or a chunk thing, which I didn't even know about the rejuvenation missile, which would have been like complete hell because our entire base was in one chunk because I did that so that people wouldn't see that it was protected land. I mean, it was just awesome, and nothing really beats like the first moments of you playing your own multiplayer pack. Oh, I came up here to repair my thing. I forgot what I came up here for. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like searching my chests and stuff. I don't know. There's nothing that could really bring back that love that I had when I first had it. Like, I had soul cages and stuff, and I had a soul cage of a wither skeleton. This wither skeleton was constantly getting killed, so I had bone meal to like, if I ever wanted to like fast grow any of my crops. But like the coal from the wither skeletons, because they dropped, well, because I wanted the wither skulls for a wither. I can't remember what I need the wither, probably like a nether star or something, but what's it called? The coal I just used to power my factory. And I tried doing everything by solar panels, and you could only build the basic solar panels. Like, I think there was like better solar panels that like was like multiple of it. But like it was, I don't know, because like the version of the mod pack, I think it was like disabled or something. I don't know, or maybe I think maybe the mod person disabled it just because they were too cheaty. Oh man. So I feel bad for saying this, but I never really messed with spawn, okay, like, because I don't do that, but the spawn had crud tons of solar panels, and for whatever reason, I found out that it was like a glitch where I made an electric wrench because I was tired of constantly using bronze and making new ones. Excuse me. And I found out that electric wrench didn't require any electricity to work. It was like broken. I was like, okay, sure. So I went to spawn, and it was really cool how they set up. It was like a ring. I would need a diagram to like explain this, but you had like here, cobblestone is an example. You had your spawn in the middle. Okay, this was like multiple chunks big. It was gigantic. It was like a tower, right? And then there was like an outer ring of like stuff, and then there was like a pathway here, and then there was another outer ring here. And on that outer ring, there was solar panels. And I don't remember what begged my curiosity, but I was like, I want to try my wrench on it. I stole like over 100 solar panels, and no one was ever at spawn. So like, I did it, and I left, and I brought some back, and I did it, and I left. Again, I probably only took like 100 solar panels. Granted, it's still like, it was definitely griefing, and it looked horrible. But I was just like, I got to like the end game. Like, literally, my base was, because I didn't want to get constantly like found out and stuff. So I made this base really freaking hella far from. I think it was literally like 60 or 70,000 blocks from the nearest spawn. Bit overkill. But not only that, but well, because what I did was I made like a portal near one of those spawns, and then because I had power armor, I just like flew through the Nether, and I just kept flying. Anyway, so I just ended up. Oh, that might mess up my torches. No, it doesn't. Okay, sweet. What it ended up doing was I made a portal to the Twilight, and then I found oh, I broke it. Oh, it's fine. I'll just leave that there. So I made a portal to the Twilight, and then I used a quarry to, well, first off, I completely cleared it out. And then I used a quarry to use one of the bottom levels. Okay, these labyrinths, okay, in the Twilight Forest were made out of bedrock. And so what I did was I used a quarry to completely, like, the part where the quarry is actually made out of a frame, that part, those blocks get deleted, and then I was able to mine a little bit of maze stone, which takes forever to mine unless you have a mining laser. So I used that to build stuff if I wanted to. But basically, what I did, I had this giant. So basically, I had like, I mean, the ceiling was pretty big, like that, probably like that big, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe 2 blocks higher. And because it wasn't on the floor level, I don't think I had like that darkness. Like when you hit bedrock here, your screen, it's like you can't see very far, but it was just bedrock. And then I built safes, so you can have. You probably can even build them in this one. I don't even remember what they're from. Maybe they're from Buildcraft. Maybe, possibly. They weren't carpenter safes. They were something else. It was. I think it was Buildcraft, honestly. It was like refined iron and oh, I came up here to repair this. Basically, these personal safes could only be picked up if they're completely. They have to be emptied first, and they could only be picked up by the owner that placed it, or an admin, and with a wrench. So, oh, why did I place that? Oh, because I was hungry and I needed food. So basically, the labyrinth has like a little opening in the roof, and I just completely filled those with those personal safes. So literally, this gigantic area of bedrock area, like completely indestructible. The only way I was able to get in and out was I paid to get a TP. So I had a personal TP. And then, basically I made one base, for like a faction base, so like people can use it to get extra like supplies and stuff. It was basically just for this one other guy, in case he ever wanted to use any machines and stuff, but, my personal teleport was inside this labyrinth, and like, if I was ever gonna do, a place again, I would probably do it there. But the problem with, these servers and stuff is, they wipe like the Twilight and the Nether like every so often. So, oh my gosh, I need to make more. I have no wood now. Okay, sure. Now I have tons. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is just gonna be a mess, isn't it? Of okay, I'll just shove that in one of those. I probably don't need dirt anyway. What's right, food? So, I mean, I just Minecraft servers, unless you have your own, like, they're all pretty cruddy, and people love to go on there and grief. Like, griefing's actually kind of pretty funny, just to mess with people. I don't do anything serious where it's like they're completely ruined. I mean, if I've ever done that, it would be because, like, those guys were absolute, you know, not cool people at all. Like, I did that. Like, I completely raided this base and completely destroyed it, basically, if anything useful, because these guys were just kind of assholes, not gonna lie. They had power armor, and they put a sign, "Do not go past this, or we will kill you." And I was curious, like, because you go on a server, you don't know how old those signs are. Like, okay, so I was like, went there, and I was like, oh god, I didn't know you guys were actually here. This looked like an old sign, and they just started killing me. I'm like, I literally dug a hole straight down, and then, oh my god, okay, those are a thing. Was that not my mini map? I was not paying attention at all. I need to put a door down so they don't just come down here. Oh, no. Goodbye. I don't even remember what I was talking. Oh, basically, one of the mods is a really cool guy, and he gave me some power armor leggings and some like boots or something, so I didn't have to take fall damage. Really basic setup. So basically, I could just run and jump and like just travel distances further. They killed me. I just kept trying to go zerging, trying to go back to my grave, and they just non-stop just kept killing me. They were assholes. So when they were offline, I used my tricks of raiding and stuff, and I just completely raiding. There was no raiding on the server, but it was like only if you saw someone raiding, and you'd have to get a screenshot, and it was like this whole process. So it was like, it really was kind of just BS, because like, and then the server would get rolled back because of something else, like it's really stupid. And the best defense against raiding is having them not find your base. Which, even if, okay, your server or whatever lets you have factions where you can claim land or something like that, protected land, which some of them are like, the really good ones, they're really restricting, meaning like you can't place lava outside of claimed land, which is like the dumbest thing, because if you have like, you're not gonna be able to claim all of your land, and if you need to like place lava, then you can't, and that's like one of the most annoying ones. And there's like tons of ways around stuff like that, but where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so when I played my Volt server or whatever with my friend that I made, basically people were able to find, like, even though our base was underwater, people were able to find it quite easily because they'd swim over the single chunk that would be claimed, and they would find, our base, because it would say, entering, blah, 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 then entering wilderness. And you're like, crap, like, so, like, the best way to, like, really hide your base, just have it unclaimed. That does mean they can just go into your stuff. But at least, with that being unclaimed, they have no reason to actually wreck your stuff unless they're a dick. They can just take what they want and leave. And honestly, I think that Volt server I played on, people had like X-ray, or like a see-through texture pack at least, which honestly I used to do, just to find caverns. Like, I don't really do that anymore, but it's very helpful if you can just dig down until you find a a cavern, and then you don't really need it anymore. There's not really any way you can really prove they're using X-ray or something like that. You can have suspicions like they're doing this or that, but you can't have any proof. Oh yeah, trust issues, right? The whole reason I have trust issues with mod packs and stuff is we had this guy on this Volt server, so I became friends with this Norwegian guy, Jason, and we had this one guy, I can't even remember what it was. He's like, oh yeah, add me on Skype, we'll talk. We added him to our stuff. He jacked all of our crap and just left our thing. I mean, we had like nothing, so like stealing from us, like that was just, why would you do that? Like, it was just to be spiteful. It was, I don't know, no decency at all. Do I want to do that? I guess. Oh gosh. I'm not gonna be able to make this symmetrical at all, am I? This is like OCD. Just a minor case, I'm sure. I'm sure it's fine. What I do need, I have quite a bit of cobblestone, but I'm probably going to need like 2 or 3 double chests worth of cobblestone. Now that I'm thinking about it, oh my gosh, I could have just made a... Oh my gosh, I could have just made a generator. Couldn't I? I have lava up there, I could have... Well, you know what? It's a good thing with this, because it does mean I'm strip mining, so I'm getting resources at the same time. And if need be, this could be like used for something. Like this was definitely helpful. Like, look, there's already stuff here. Granted, it's not a lot, but I mean, you just find those bushes, and unless you have a room for them, you really don't end up using them at all. What I really need is sand. Let's make another. All right, let's. Don't even know how long I've been recording. I would have. I'm probably gonna have to split all these up. I'm probably gonna do like half hour. Oh, kinetic multi-tool. What was that? I think I have like advanced warfare and stuff like that. Not war. Ancient warfare. That's what it is. Advanced warfare. It's the complete opposite of that. Let's prepare this. And let's make some torches. Don't even remember what I was talking about. Can I sleep? Nope. Okay, so it's daytime. Perhaps? Maybe? Some of this might be my old world, map, so I don't know how accurate that thing is. Probably take off, that. Do my berry bushes grow at all? Not really. Generally, in a world spawn, I like to have at least oak and birch, and then rubber tree. Ooh, what the hell are those? Hello? Hunter. Okay, sure. I don't think I have enough food to go on an expedition, but I really don't want to feel like making a farm. Which way should I start heading? That looks like some mountain region. Okay, it looks like a brand new day. And that looks like a jungle area. Maybe I'll just start heading this way. Looks like some more bushes.